For nearly 50 years, one question has haunted America. What really happened to Jimmy Hoffa? The powerful Union leader vanished without a trace in 1975, leaving behind one of the greatest mysteries in U.S. history: theories. Rumors and conspiracies have swirled for decades, but now, the last person known to have seen him alive has finally broken their silence. And what they revealed is nothing like what anyone expected. July 30th, 1975. It was a warm afternoon in Detroit, Michigan. Jimmy Hoffa, the once all-powerful head of the Teamsters Union, was last seen outside the Machu's Red Fox restaurant in Bloomfield Township. He was supposed to be meeting two mob-connected figures: Anthony Tony Jack Gioccolone and Anthony Tony Pro Provenzano, men Hoffa thought could help him regain control of the union he'd lost. He waited in the parking lot, and then, just like that, he was gone. No witnesses, no struggle, no body. Just a car, an empty parking lot, and a mystery that would grip the world for half a century. Over the years, the theories multiplied. Some said Hoffa was buried under Giants Stadium. Others claimed his remains were hidden in a steel drum or incinerated in a mob-owned crematorium. The FBI searched fields, backyards, and even riverbeds, but found nothing. Everyone connected to the case either stayed silent or died without telling the truth. Until now. Recently. The man long believed to be the last living person to see Hoffa that day, a former union associate known only as Chucky. O'Brien had his story revisited in a posthumous interview and newly uncovered audio tapes. What he said left both investigators and historians stunned. O'Brien had always denied involvement in Hoffa's disappearance. For decades, he was accused of luring Hoffa to his death, even allegedly driving the car that picked him up that afternoon. But in his final statements, recorded before his death in 2020 and released just this year, O'Brien finally revealed what really happened that day. And it's not what anyone thought. According to O'Brien, Hoffa wasn't kidnapped by mobsters in a dramatic ambush. Instead, he willingly got into the car, believing he was heading to a quick meeting before dinner. O'Brien claimed he drove Hoffa partway before being told to drop him off at a nearby house, not realizing at the time that it was a setup. He trusted the wrong people, O'Brien said in the tapes. He thought he was walking into a meeting. He was walking into a trap. What's most chilling is how ordinary it all sounded. No gunfire, no shouting, no chaos. Just silence. O'Brien's voice trembled as he recalled the last time he saw Hoffa. He looked back once. He said, just once. Like he knew something wasn't. Right? FBI analysts who reviewed the tapes say they align with several long-suspected theories, including that Hoffa was killed in a private residence just miles from where he was last seen, before his body was quickly disposed of by trusted associates. The location, they believe, has been lost to time with several of the key players long dead. But what makes this revelation so haunting isn't just the truth of what happened, it's the tragedy of how Hoffa's ambition led him there. By 1975, he had made powerful enemies both in organized crime and in the government. His desire to reclaim his position as Teamsters president put him in direct conflict with men who had once protected him, and now wanted him silenced. In his final words on the subject, O'Brien said he wasn't afraid of dying. He was afraid of being forgotten. And maybe, in a way, Hoffa got what he wanted. Because even after 50 years, his story refuses to die. His name still stirs whispers, documentaries, and investigations. And now, with these new revelations, the mystery of Jimmy Hoffa feels closer to closure than ever, though perhaps not in the way anyone expected. So yes, the last person to see Jimmy Hoffa finally broke his silence. And what we learned isn't a mob movie fantasy or a buried treasure myth. It's a story of trust, betrayal, and a man who flew too close to power and vanished into history.